Friday night. I just pressed record. This is Coach Launch. I don't have really anything planned for tonight because my main purpose is to see what your needs are and kind of start to address those. So we did a lot of that on the last two calls. But first, I'd like to have people introduce themselves if they haven't been on. I don't believe that Brenda has ever been on in the past. So Brenda, if you're able to unmute and or show us your face, we would love to see it. If not, we understand.
I'm super proud of Brenda just did a workout with us. She just did 10 rounds with us a couple hours ago.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, maybe you can. Oh, there she is. Hi, Brenda. How are you?
Good.
Hi, Brenda.
Hello.
Would you introduce yourself for us and just tell us a little bit about you and why you became a coach?
So yeah, I am actually in Perrysville, Ohio. I have a full-time job. I work second shift. I have 3 kids. I have a lot of health issues. I just want to prove to myself that I can do this, and hopefully if I get through it, I can help other people.
That's amazing. Very good. Thank you.
With everything going on.
Say that last part again.
That it's not easy with everything going on right now.
Yeah, these are weird times that we're in, but we have each other, right? That is fantastic. And Jason, if you could introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Jason. I'm a personal trainer, sports nutritionist, and a transformation specialist. But I have a heck of a story, as those of you have not heard it. Actually, I travel and talk about my recovery story because I was once a man that never walked. And I beat cancer, and I've had multiple struggles in my life with different transformations of the body. And, at 25, that I started going to school, and that's when I about to got my life around. And now I'm 27, sitting here in South Georgia, living life. And even though it's quarantine, jail, which, but I wanted to be a coach because I wanted to inspire and motivate people. I'm not in it just to make the money. I'm in it to help others and take care of other people in the same situations, similar situations maybe, that I've been in. And I'm truly dedicated and honored to be part of the team. Actually, you all know Rachel. Rachel got me into the whole Beachbody thing, and she talked me into it, and here I am today, Coach Jason. So, amen.
Nice. Welcome. Very good. I think all of us know each other. Everybody else knows each other, which is fantastic. So, and if you don't know who everybody is, then go back and watch the recordings. We've only had 2 thus far. Everybody's done an introduction at some point in time. So, hey, Cloud, good to see you.
I showered.
That's a good thing. That's always good. It's okay because we can't smell anybody, right? That's the best part about this working out from home and virtually.
I thought we agreed no showers till tomorrow. I didn't shower.
I know, but I have not done 4 workouts in a day since Summit last year. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah.
Very cool. Well, all right. So let's roll, you guys. You all are part of the new coach training or coach launch, I guess you could say. And we have the Google Doc, right? There's assignments on there. There's lots of things to do. And it might seem like this big, weird puzzle and none of the pieces fit together yet, but I promise it all goes together. So if you have not yet gone and just done those simple things, like just try to do it in the order. I promise it's going to be helpful for you. I'd like to ask Scott and Liz, 2 of my other leaders, on if you can kind of talk about how the training has been so far and what do you think about like the importance, I guess, of doing things in this order.
Yeah, thanks. Hey guys, I'm Liz. Thanks for all hopping on. Nice to meet you guys, Jason and Brenda. I already knew you guys before this call a little bit, but walking through these assignments that Holly has laid out, it's been a really easy, like step-by-step way to sort of just introduce us to like the basics of what we have for coaching. And I think what has been so, I guess, inspiring and just jaw-dropping for me personally is that I've been a coach for about 4 years, and when I started coaching, our coach like online office was not as like amazing and filled with all of this great content like it is now. Like we didn't have all of these great videos. I watched YouTube, watching other top coaches explain what it meant to be an Emerald coach and what coach placement meant and all those other things. But now we have all that inside of our coach online office under like the trainings tab. And the information is so like precise, and they do a very good job at explaining it in like a very clear way for pretty much anyone to understand. Because sometimes when you go to YouTube or if you're listening to a top coach, they might be speaking in like terms of their like how they're teaching their team or things like that. And the way that everything is in our back office is just it's very helpful for any level of coaching. And regardless of like if you have help from an upline or not and anything like that, like they're proving to you that you can do this. And the videos basically walk you through it. And that's all that Holly is doing for us, is she's like putting the back office into like assignments 1 through 15, which really we all should just be doing. But without Holly doing that, I'm sure a lot of us aren't doing it, because I didn't even know we had new videos in the back office. So it's really, really helpful. One thing, like a side note to this, Holly, I've been walking through the videos a little bit, like with one of my coaches. Scott and I hopped on and we watched them together on like a Zoom like this, and I just shared my screen. We watched it together. So feel free to do that with friends if you guys want. But I was bringing this up, the assignment number 5 in the Google Doc, Holly, I don't know if you've looked at it recently. It says like, watch this video, and there's nothing else there. I think someone like copied the link and it disappeared. So if you can like throw that back in there, because I don't remember what it was, but I checked off that I did it. So I don't know which.
Probably what you need to know right now was the next assignment, like get the PDF. I bet you it was the one.
Yes, it was. It was to print off the PDF.
Thank you. I'll write that down.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I did see a random link at the bottom of the sheet, and I think
maybe that was it. I mean, it might have even been me. I don't know, but I know that I've been in here and copy and pasting them. But the other day when I tried to share, because I know some people are having problems with the Google Doc. So if you're having problems with the Google Doc, for anyone that's watching the recording too, reach out to your upline coach. Reach out to me. I'm willing to help you out. One of my coaches was struggling with the Google Doc, so I just screenshotted all of the assignments. I copied and pasted them. That's why Scott kind of pasted them into our Coach Launch thread, because I sent them to her, so she just has them in one place on her messenger, and she can do them. And she's telling me like, yes, I did assignment 6 and 7, and I'm just going in the Google Doc and I'm updating it for her. So if you need us to update it for you, let us know. We can update it.
What is Google Doc? Or
so,
what you're
thank you for asking that. So last week, let me do a screen share.
I'm new to the whole thing. I've been only in the game for almost a month now, so I'm pretty new to it.
Okay, let me show you. So, and we're referencing this a lot, so it's probably a good idea. Sorry, this is very
awesome.
Okay, so in our Facebook Messenger thread, so I'll just start with scheduling posts.
Hey, there's Joel.
I know. I was scheduling posts. Okay, so in our Facebook Messenger thread, let me pull it up. I think you're in here. Are you in here, Jason? The Coach Launch Messenger thread? Let's see. I hope so.
Oh, I'm part of that Coach Launch thing.
Okay, perfect. So in the Facebook Messenger thread, that's kind of like where we like give little assignments, and then also the Google Doc. I'll paste it in there again, but let me see. Beep, beep, beep. Let's see. So one of the links is just because I want to show you, sometimes you have to scroll up to find things if you're like, oh, I'm checking on this in a little bit. Okay, so because we'll update here, and I haven't posted it in a while. Okay, Coach Launch, this thing that looks like a spreadsheet, because it is a spreadsheet.
Oh, okay.
This is it. And it is editable to you. So you'll go in, you'll put your name there, and then this basically just tells you what to do. Assignment 1, assignment 2. So this walks you through it. And here's this, watch this video. Somebody accidentally deleted that. That's so normal, right? Because it's a live document. Anybody can edit this at any time, you know? So you just go through and you do them literally in order of 1 to 15. And that's all we're up to so far. And those last couple assignments have like several videos for you to watch. So I try to do, you know, I put like a new one in there every like 2 days or something just to help people. This is what we're referencing, is this master Google document. It's nothing that everybody has, but basically each assignment points you directly to, what to do, like in the Coach Online office or on Platinum Presenters. Just kind of gives you a little bit better understanding of what to do in what order.
Awesome. Thank you for explaining that. Because I was like, because I know some stuff, I'm just learning, you know, I just built my file on Beachbody. So I'm just basically learning step by step. And I'm terrible at technology, so.
Totally. And I would love to tell you guys too, if you are doing this on your phones, there is an app called Sheets. So SHEETS. That's where you're going to edit it. And I guarantee that's where people are having trouble editing, is because when you're in Sheets, you don't actually type in the cell. You click on the cell and you type below at the bottom. I guarantee that's where a lot of the issues happen.
See, I have the iPad, iTablet,
Okay.
all the iPhone stuff. So I don't have all the necessary, like the computer. I don't really use the computer much.
Yeah, absolutely. So Sheets and Google Drive and Google Documents is perfect. It's really flawless with those types of applications. So
awesome. All right, thank you for showing me that. Then.
Absolutely, yeah. So but like it demystifies what we're trying to do with this group is to demystify this whole thing of being a coach. You know, because there's so many things to do, and you could go log on and just stare at your bio for literally, like I did for 6 months. I just kept rewriting my bio because I didn't know what else to do. I thought if I wrote a really great bio, then people are just going to come to me and they're just going to sign up and they're just going to want to purchase from me. And if I just post on Facebook, then everybody's just going to ask me, you know, they're going to be like flooding the door, right? Build it and they will come. That does not happen. So we have to show you in the right order, you know, the things to do. So, all right. That was a fantastic question. When Scott comes back, maybe he can talk a little bit about the training as well. But other than that, I want to Scott, do you want to say anything about the trainings? Okay, he needs a minute. So this is what we're going to do, though. I would like to ask the coaches, new coaches, of course, where are you finding are your biggest hurdles, your biggest struggles, or like where are you at? Let's kind of brainstorm some of those things out.
I'm mainly struggling with building clientele. Like I'm coming across with people that want to do the program, but then they're not having the money to do so. They have to. I have like 3 people that want to do Beachbody, want to purchase it, but then they turn around and say they don't have the money because it's so expensive to them. That's the hurdle I'm having.
Mm-hmm.
So,
leaders, I'd love for you to speak to that first.
Jason, I think what we need to figure out with your friends is what is what's motivating them and what exactly is the reason that they're saying it's so expensive. Because I'll be honest, when I first started Beachbody, I really didn't even want to get in as a coach or anything like that. But I honestly thought it was expensive too, but I didn't know what it was.
right.
A price tag. So it all comes down to, are we telling them what the value of it is, how it's going to benefit them? So every conversation is going to be different, and understanding their specific objections to okay, well, why, what do you think you would normally pay to get X, Y, and Z and things like that to put in there?
Right. and home workouts, and especially like, you know, who knows, like if something like this may happen again, I think it's a great investment for an in-home workout. And you get the shakes, and you know, I think it's a great idea. But the people that I associate with, like, I don't automatically go, hey, this is how much the price is, will you buy it off me? You know, I talk to them and I motivate and listen, and then I'm like, some of them have very good job, and they could definitely afford to buy the program, but something's not fitting the picture, if you know what I mean.
So
And
have you ever heard the phrase that people don't buy a product, they buy a solution?
yeah.
And that's ultimately what it is. So I would love to hear what Scott's going to say before I say anything else.
Come on, Scott.
What up, y'all? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
See, I don't go and talk on this when I have this sitting in the next room. It makes me sound better. That's why I didn't get on earlier. Okay, so Jason, great question. I highly recommend, I just looked on Apple Books, that you get this. This is, I don't know, probably washed out. GoPro by Eric Warhay. And this taught me how to talk to people, but more importantly, how not to talk to people. And step one is do we have any kids on? Oh, the recording, there might be kids. So if you have kids, go like this to your kids right now. Shut the fuck up, people. Quit talking to people and let your coach talk to your people. I hope that didn't offend anybody, but really, if you're new, you should not talk to anybody because you don't know what to say. And your coach can help you. I'm not new. And when I talk to somebody, I now shut the F up and I put them in a message with Liz. It's not my theory or my training. It's Eric Warhay's GoPro, and it's $4.99. And it will help you so much, because I wasted so much time trying to type out all of the things that you just said. Like, it's a solution. It's not, it's not a product. It's this, it's this. But really, I don't want to say it's a trick. It's not really a trick. It's a psychological thing with someone. If I go to my family and try and tell them about this, they won't listen to me, because they think of me as the kid of the family. And I'm going to be 48 in June. My family doesn't think I know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? But if I have my mom talk to Liz, my mom thinks Liz knows everything. You know who taught Liz everything? Me. But it's weird. It's a psychological thing. Your friends and your family will listen to a stranger before they will listen to you. It makes no sense. So don't fight it. Just ride the wave. But yeah, that would be what I would suggest. I would suggest to never use yourself. Use the third something, a video, a person, whatever. And I'm telling you, this is from me doing it wrong repeatedly, month after month and year after year, me trying so hard to explain this to everybody and type out all this stuff and talk to them and have them ghost me over and over and over. It's not as hard as we make it. You have to pull a third person in, Jason, and you have the best person of all, your coach, Rachel. You know what I mean? And I'm Rachel's coach. So if Rachel's not available, I'll help you. If you need Liz, Liz will help you. Holly will help, whoever. And sometimes it's good to match the person you're talking to with someone who they'll relate to more.
Sometimes when I'm new to something, I don't know what to say, or until I get the information down pat, until I get to know all about the program. Sometimes I'm I don't know what to say, I give them I go to Rachel and I ask her, okay, can you help me with this and that and that? And then she just kind of guides me through it. but she kind of sits back and lets me do it. But,
Yes.
but
So
I'm
let me
running
ask,
into the I'm
yeah,
running
go ahead.
into the I'm just running into the problem where people are like hesitant to buy the product. That's the thing. That
So
I get them.
any other new coaches feel like that? Want to raise your hand? Any other coaches ever get the money? Oh, yeah, everybody. Because it doesn't matter if it's a $3,000 product or a $20 product, we're always going to get that objection. So the main thing that we have to remember here is that it is about the value, and it's almost like you have to make it seem like it's the other person's idea sometimes. And whereas I don't do a lot of three-way conversations, I always point to a video. I always point to a tool, because Beachbody's invested millions of dollars to create these amazing little mini infomercials for us. Why am I going to try to explain it? I don't need to know the answers. And you're showing people, I don't need to know the answers. That's the whole point. You got to show them. Like, so somebody will ask me a question and they'll be like, oh, how does this is the one I hate. How does Shakeology compare to my $20 protein drink that has one ingredient and a bunch of sugar? So I'm not going to tell them, well, yours is crap and this one is good. I'm not going to tell them that. I say, oh, let's look at the ingredients together. Here's the ingredients of Shakeology. Here you go. Compare
Even
these
though
with the back of your bag.
Even though Holly knows the answer, she doesn't give the answer. She knows why it's better already. But instead of her saying it, she uses the video or the ingredient list or something third party to say it.
I saw on Facebook that there's this natural herb stuff compared to Shakeology. Someone was messaging. I'm like, Shakeology just the amount of stuff as what you're gonna go buy. So I mean, why are you gonna spend over $200 when you could invest yourself into Shakeology? You know, it's cheaper.
Totally. Very cool.
But
I'm sorry. I want to check the time. Okay, good. We got 15 minutes. We should be okay. All right.
One more. I'll be quick on this part.
Yeah, go ahead.
Then the next layer of the onion is this. The person you're talking to, if you use this technique, like Holly said, use a tool, then they think they can be a coach because they see that all they have to do is use a tool. The tool can be another human being, or the tool can be a video, or the tool can be a PDF. If you continue to act like you know everything, then your recruit will think, I can't do this because I don't know all the ingredients in Shakeology or all of the workouts or whatever. Go ahead, Holly.
No, that's perfect. I just want to make sure that we get to some of the other newer coaches too and see what your like number one main struggle is. Or Mila, I see that you unmuted. Did you have something?
Yeah. Well, my main struggle is that I think that I don't know, I just don't feel I think I am inside like in that mode when I'm probably depressed, even though, you know, anxious or a bit depressed and feel like I want to do nothing. And when you do nothing, you feel even worse, right? So my question is, how do you know, and I've done that before, right? But now we're in a different situation. Now we're in a situation where I don't have people physically coming to my space, right? So how do you create? Because to me, the best way to introduce to people to workouts and Shakeology, some of them already know, but now I don't have a chance to talk to them like in person and say something. How do you create that group where you virtually, I guess, work out, or what is your suggestion? Like, because I mean, honestly, we all have people who we can approach, but you want to bring them together, right? And not necessarily as a coach, because they're a category of people who might be ready for the coaches and whom I poking to, sending the message, inviting them for a business opportunity, saying them, hey, you know, but there are people who have no idea what this Beachbody is, and thanks God they maybe don't have idea because they start Googling and saying, oh my God, this is bad, this is good. You want them kind of like, you know, to bring them together, start doing things together. Hey, this is the workout, you know, how do you do that? Like if you have a bunch of people already ready for you to approach, basically you need to create some like challenge group again, right? I mean, how would
Does
you
anybody
do
want to
that?
start with that one?
Well, it depends what your goal is, Mila. If it's to complete a workout program, then a challenge group would work. But if you are talking about presenting the products to them, like all of the products to them, or the business opportunity, then you could bring them together in a Zoom call. Like I remember when I first started, Holly had me tell like 10 people to come into a Zoom call. So I asked like 15 people, and maybe like 6 people, I think, popped into the Zoom call. So that's another way. And again, you hand over the talk. It kind of releases your responsibility.
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody else want to speak to that? Yeah.
I don't want to cut anyone off if they want to talk. One thing earlier that I wanted to say, you guys were talking about how you can learn how to do stuff in the training. And one thing I thought of was the old me watched TV all the time and didn't learn anything. I used to just watch TV. And then one day someone said to me, you know what, you're not that happy of a person. You're not that happy of a guy. Maybe you should quit memorizing all of these TV characters' lives and work on your own life. So that was what someone said to me. If that helps you, I'm not trying to call anybody out, but you can learn all this stuff, but you can't really learn it if you're watching 3 hours of TV every night. You know what I mean? So I wanted to just put that out there. But to this particular question, Mila, I think that what you're saying, and maybe I heard you wrong, is you're just by yourself and you're trying to show everybody that there's a party going on, and you're trying to invite them to a party, but some days you're not feeling like you have much of a party going on if it's just you. Is that sort of the idea?
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, they're a part of me, almost like something inside of me that stops me because I'm feeling, well, how I'm going to make it happen. However, I mean, I teach online class every day, right? So I'm virtually teach the class every day. So every day I have an opportunity of like 7 people, 8 people, right? Not just do my Pilates class online, right? But actually say, hey, let's do this. If I have that exposure, just even, you see, I was certified at some point to teach PiYo, right? So, and by the way, some of the moves I do there during my Pilates class, right? So I almost felt like, well, maybe I should, just teach a little bit and say, hey, or I have the opportunity maybe to introduce something. I just don't know how to do that. So people actually said, oh, that's interesting. And then I said, well, if you want to know a little bit more, then, reach me out, or let's do, I mean, I don't have the idea how to get the people who I see every day, some of them the same people who trust me, right? They coming there, they pay money me to be there, teach them. And here I am having all this, and I don't know how to do it. And I would have done it before, right? When I was doing Reformer Feed, something else. So I don't have the recipe how to wrap this and show them, hey, this is what we can do in addition to what you're already doing,
So let's pretend like this Zoom is your class, and we just got done with class, and we're just we're chatting at the end of class. Now, what you're asking is what you should say to the class. My proposal is you don't say anything, but you have some of us on there with you, and then someone like Scott says, hey, Mila, can we do boxing lessons later today? Are you free? And then everyone else eavesdrops on the conversation, and they're like, wait, what's boxing lessons? Or something, And
this is a great idea.
I know, I'm smart. I've been listening for 8 years. It took me to come up with these good ideas, and they're all stolen. All you got to do is read GoPro. They're not my ideas.
Okay.
Yeah.
So by the way, I got that book, but interestingly, right? I'm listening to something else. I got the book. And I got, instead of the whole book, I got the summary, right? You go fast, but I'm probably missing something. So I read the summary of the book. I'm like, okay, got it. It's good. But it just was skimming things. But I am doing, listen, guys, I got all this library, right? This bin, I don't know how long, right? I underlined things here, and now I'm opening it. I forgot everything I freaking read. This is so sad. This is 7 Habits. I mean, I have all self-help book you can imagine.
This is the deal, Mila. You suffer from a condition that most coaches suffer from. We just think if we just keep reading and consuming and watching and training, that is just going to pop for us. But the thing is, it doesn't happen that way. It happens through experimentation, literally. Well, that didn't stick. Well, that didn't stick. That didn't stick. And you just have to start, because you're never going to learn how to ride a bike until you start.
Well, I need your help, guys, really. Yeah. Like, I liked Scott's idea.
Yeah.
So I teach the class every day at 10 a.m., right?
What time zone?
Well, our time, Pacific time. So I finish around 11ish, right? So, and again, it's Zoom. And I'm thinking that if we came up with, let's see, if I gathered a lot of people, like, let's see, 15 people, right? I don't know how many going to be there, but let's see, like today it was 9. Yesterday it was 10. It's depending, right? And if some of you can actually jump there, maybe even by the end of the class or whatever it is, and then we just come up with some kind of, like you say, hey, just somehow I need to see how it's being done, because to me,
something else you can do.
Who is with me doing, I don't know, kickball? Or maybe I need to do that. Say, hey, who is with me doing PIO class? And then they say, okay, I'll do, but when and how? I mean, what's the drill there? Mm-hmm. Let's see if they say, yes, I like to do that. What do you do with them? Do you send them to Beachbody? Do you do it yourself?
You would want to point them. So number one, you have to start with the end in mind. Like, what is the goal? Like, do you want to get them to Beachbody on Demand in addition to, or do you want to get them? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I want them to get that Shakeology, and I want them to get additional extra workout, right? If they need to, they need to decide, because, hey, guys, do you want to move a little bit more? I mean, is it enough for you? Because they doing something else, right? But even if they get Shakeology, right, and try it, then and like it, hopefully, maybe they'll do that.
I think so. I would start with what you want to accomplish. Obviously, Shakeology is the ultimate. It's hard for them to taste that over a Zoom. But even if you had like a 2-minute testimonial at the end of your Zoom, and you're like, I have to share this with you because this product has changed my life, and do a screen share and show them a video right there. Like, hey, I want to talk to you about this one because I don't get muscle soreness anymore. So I want to share with you a video about that. And then you share with them that. Or, if you're looking for a cardio workout, here's a program that's, I'm going to do a 14-day free trial or whatever you want to say you're going to do, but I want you to watch this video. So I would even do that. Like, you don't even have to have people necessarily like dropping hints on a Zoom, which is fine. We can do that. But I think just these are people who know, like, and trust you already. And if you were just to say, I'd love for you to watch this because I think that this is going to help you during this time. Like, if this is the only human interaction that you're getting right now, you can get so much more for not a whole lot of money with Beachbody on Demand, Mm-hmm. So just serving people. That's what I keep thinking and coming back to.
Yeah, so that's kind of a couple ideas. Either you throw there, like Scott said, throwing something in there and saying, hey, hey, Mila, are we doing this today? And by the way, did you, and I don't know, maybe I'll drink Shakeology. I don't know, but it has to be something where people, oh, what are you drinking? or because if I start posting in the Facebook saying, oh, I'm drinking Shakeology, I'm doing my whatever, I don't know, in the past, does it work? I don't know. The bottom line is I'm doing nothing. Guys, I've been how long there? I'm doing nothing.
I know we're running low on time.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
To summarize what I think is, take it off of you. It's not about you. Put it on a third party something, a video or another person to give a testimonial. And I'm willing to do GoPro training. We can do other Zooms a different time of day where we just go through GoPro all together, and then we'll all learn it and see if you like it.
I think that's a fabulous idea. We should probably integrate that into our coach training spreadsheet, because that is a really fabulous idea. It's a great book. I mean, it really is. It'll make you be a firm believer in this whole profession, 1000%. But I really believe that most people overcomplicate things and I'm sorry we didn't get to you today, Brenda and Cloud and Nadia. I'm sorry, but we will, but we overcomplicate things. We try to make things perfect. We try to make it pretty in a bow, and you know what? It's not going to happen that way. The only way for you to learn to drive a car is to get behind the wheel and make messy mistakes. And that's what this is, So that's where I just want to encourage you guys. Oh, my internet's losing. But I encourage you guys. I encourage you. You just have to start with something, one-to-one interaction, using third-party tools. Those are always going to be your most effective ways to go. Okay, I should probably wrap for the night because we're going to get cut off any second. But I'll post this video tomorrow. Thank you guys. Have a great weekend. Talk to you soon.
Bye, everybody. Thank you so much, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.